Hello, welcome to The Wandering Drew. I am Drew. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. It's been a while since I've done a video, and to be honest, I have missed it, but it's also been a nice refreshing change from worrying about posting on a schedule or getting topics, recording, editing, and uploading those videos as well. But I thought it was time that I did a video and gave an update of what's going on with me for those that are interested and what's coming up in the future. During my last update in March, I revealed what was going on with me with my knee after having to leave the trail due to pain. And I had some minor issues with my knee, but enough to make me come off the trail. I sought out a second opinion from a specialist, another knee specialist, a sports medicine guy, and he's also a knee surgeon as well. And he had a different course of action or treatment than the first doctor, which involved coming off the trail and resting for several weeks before starting PT and rehabbing. So I decided to go with that course of action because it sounded more in line, obviously, with what was going on. However, it did mean that for me, hiking was over for the immediate time period. And I have to admit, I was obviously disappointed at having to do that, but also encouraged by his words saying that he felt that I would make a full recovery and be able to hike again in the future, but I would just need to take a little bit of time to heal and then strengthen my leg in order to be able to go back to these activities. While I had to come off the trail and give up hiking for the near future, it was encouraging that there was the possibility of getting back out hiking in the future. But gotta say, it was very depressing sitting around for several weeks and being very inactive. Additionally, while being inactive, I ended up putting on a little bit of weight. However, in April of last year, I started physical therapy, and the first month was pretty much, to me, standard. They were pretty standard exercises, stretches, and then feeling out how the knee was doing and adding more and more complex moves and weight. The second month, I had a more aggressive physical therapist, and I feel I definitely pushed and challenged myself more, and they were more rigorous. I didn't really have any issues with physical therapy. I only did it for 2 months. I decided to stop it because of the cost involved, and I felt that I was really just exercising a lot. I never really had pain or discomfort. There were a couple of days that I was sore and had some discomfort in the knee, and actually my ankle started acting up more. So that was good and bad because it meant the knee was holding up, but the ankle was then having an issue. But none of these I felt would have stopped me from doing activities. None of them sidelined me from continuing to exercise. And of course, for me, in addition to going to physical therapy, I decided to seek out a gym, joined the gym, and started doing some light workouts and exercising. At the same time, I started doing some light walking exercises on my days off from PT, just in a park, just building up, starting out at half mile, 1 mile, mile and a half, up to about 3 to 4 miles. And I was doing that, 2-3 times a week. I did not like the gym that I joined. It was very small, and I didn't feel that I was having a good chance for a workout there. So I just didn't really keep with it. After a couple of visits, I never really went back. In addition to the physical therapy, on my days off or weekends when I didn't have physical therapy, I did similar workouts using the exercises that I was doing in PT to try and further myself along, in addition to taking the walks. I then found another gym when I stopped going to physical therapy, and I started working out. And I've been doing that now for the past 2 months or so, and I've been going anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week, doing treadmill workouts with weights, doing the walking at night or on my own. Additionally, recently, the last couple of weeks, I've added a Stairmaster to increase my burning of calories and the activity on the knee. And I've also begun rucking again, which, if you're not familiar with rucking, it's basically walking with a weighted backpack, which to me is what we do when we hike. So they, to me, go hand in hand, and it helps me condition and get ready for going back to hiking type events. The bad part is that there's really no elevation here. So that's why a treadmill or the Stairmaster to me is so important, because it enables me to simulate the type of activities I would do if I was out hiking in a mountainous area. Additionally, I used a suggestion from Early Riser and started using a trainer that was online, has a channel on YouTube, but also offers programs called Chase Mountains. And he has a program to rehab your ankles and knees and things like that and get ready for hiking. And I started doing his program, and I liked it so much I did actually purchase a program from him, and I've been doing that for the last month or so. However, I feel I've also progressed to doing more and more rucking, more and more walking. I'm up to doing walks of 8 miles or so on a long day, but most of the time I'm doing anywhere between 3 to 6 miles. In doing these programs and all these exercises, it amazes me how out of shape you feel when you do normal exercises. You know, we go hiking and you feel you're in, decent enough shape because you're walking sometimes, 10, 12 miles a day, 8 miles a day, whatever. And you realize you're really just acclimated to doing that activity. And when you try to do other things like push-ups or, just normal military press or things like that, you realize how, at least in my case, I felt how out of shape I was because I had not been doing these exercises for a long time. So it's important to obviously do an all-around workout as well, and not just concentrate on hiking and walking, although that seems to be what I do the most because those are the activities I'm doing the most. So while my body or my knee has been feeling better, psychologically I'm not sure that I'm there, because I still feel that nagging in the back of my head that my knee is untested. I don't know if it's ready to go back out on a trail and do day-to-day back hikes in a mountainous area, and I'm going to have the same problems again. There's no way of knowing that these tears or the issues that I had with my leg and my knee are healed, because they don't go back and do any sort of MRI or testing. They just basically, as long as you're not feeling pain and doing these exercises, they assume that you've healed. And there's no way of knowing that. So in the back of my mind, I still have this uncertainty or question of whether the knee is truly healed and I'm able to go hiking in the mountains day to day and not experience the pain and discomfort that I was feeling in the first place that made me come off. So until I go back out there and I test the knee in that environment, I'm always going to have that question mark of whether I'm truly able to go back and hike. So along those ends is why I've been doing this training, to get back into shape. And I'm happy to report that over the past 2 months or so, I've lost the majority of the 15 pounds that I feel I gained, and I feel better and stronger. And I am looking forward to going back hiking. So with that in mind, I have a rough plan for a hike at the end of probably August, returning to the AT. In just very broad logistical terms, what it'll probably be is something involving a hike from Amicalola Falls, the visitor center at the state park, doing the approach trail to Springer Mountain, and more than likely from Springer Mountain going down the trail. Looks like I might try to go to Neal's Gap. That seems like a good point. It's a main road. You can resupply there, get picked up. And I'll probably do something along those lines. So that would give me about 41 miles or so, several days, probably 4, maybe 5 days of hiking to test out the knee and see how I'm doing. Additionally, if I have a problem and the pain resurfaces itself, then I know I have an answer of what to do going forward. I also have multiple bailout points along the way. There's plenty of places to get picked up at the different various gaps along the way. So I feel it's a good plan. I'm more than likely going to go with a friend of mine, another hiker, who's interested in doing a couple of days as well. And we're in the process of formulating that rough plan. So I'm looking at doing that sometime around August. So my training has really stepped up. I got 2 months almost, a month and a half, to when that's going to take place. So that's the immediate plan. Depending on what happens on that hike, I have a couple of other day hikes planned already before that part of my training. So I'll do videos on that and release those as well prior to probably that hike. And if that hike goes well, then I feel that I can probably plan for some other hiking activities, you know, but I don't know. So I have to go in order to know, and then make plans after that. And if I do have a problem with the knee, or I'm feeling pain and discomfort, I'll have to revisit that. Maybe another visit back to a doctor, maybe more rehab, PT, I don't know. But I don't want to go there. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole until I know something. The unknown is just that. And I don't want to keep thinking worst scenario or best scenario. I want to deal with what's going on in the facts. That's the plan. I have no other real news. But I did want to take a moment also and thank several of the people that reached out to me via email or comments on the channel. They're very positive. They're uplifting. And several people reached out to me. You know who you are. Thank you very much. I want to say that I appreciate that. It is very humbling, and it's comforting to know that people that know you through the channel or whatever are interested in your well-being, how you're doing. And like I said, it's a little depressing when you get injured and you can't hike and you're thinking that, you know, you're missing the trail and you want to be out there or doing activities, and you don't know what the future is going to bring to you, if you're going to be able to do those activities, or how long it's going to be till you can do them. And people, the well wishes and the comments, all are very uplifting, and they're very appreciated. So thank you once again. And I want to take the time out to thank you again for taking time out of your day watching this video. There'll be a couple of more videos coming out shortly as I train and go on the hike. So thank you for taking time out of your day to watch this video. As always, I appreciate you doing so. If you like what I'm doing, you like the videos, you like the channel, please feel free to leave a comment, thumbs up, or like, and reach out to me if you have any questions. As always, I appreciate you watching the videos. Till we meet again.